Please welcome to stage our next spotlight speaker, Jemai Noagwan.
Hello, hello. How's everyone doing today? Great. Welcome to this Clio Spotlight session. Today we'll be exploring the world of workflow chaos in the practice of law and how we can use Clio to transform that to clarity, consistency, and control. Thank you to our unicorn, visionary, and innovator partners. We appreciate your support. Thank you so much. So, I'm Jemai. I'm an onboarding specialist here at Clio. For the last 3+ years, I've spent my time helping mid and small-sized firms switch over from other platforms to Clio or get Clio set up. It's been an exciting time, and I may have helped some of you get started with Clio. If I have, please come by, say hello to me after the session. I'm so excited to be in the midst of legal professionals like you. Fun fact about me, I studied law in the UK, and I was called to practice law at the Nigerian bar. But I took a long think, and I was like, I think I'll step back and let you guys, the real MVPs, carry on the legal torch. So give yourselves a round of applause, and well done. So to move away from workflow chaos, we'll be exploring the building blocks to managing matters, streamlining matter creation in Clio Manage, and how we can automate these steps using a feature called automated workflows. At Clio, we like to enhance our existing features, and you may know that when we create a new feature, we enhance it and we combine it with other ones, and that's us embracing clarity, consistency, and control. At the end of this session, I'd like you all to be able to think of at least one practice area, visually map that out, pinpoint areas or triggers that you'd want to automate, and but if that seems daunting, remember clarity, consistency, and control. Okay, so why do we need to standardize matter creation? It gives us clarity over our processes, control of our data, and consistency across our workflows. Regardless of who's opening up a new case or a new matter at the firm, you want to ensure things are consistent and things are not being duplicated, being done over and over again. To achieve this, you can analyze your firm's structure, ask questions, break down silos, and just sort of have a feel of what's going on and how much time are we spending on things that needs to be done before a new case is open. So you might be wondering, why do we need to achieve clarity, consistency, and control? Or why do we need to move from the current state to the future state away from workflow chaos? This is the reason why 48% of your non-billable time is spent on administrative tasks. That's the time trap of non-billable work. You're spending all this time. Administrative tasks do need to be done. Sometimes you have support tasks, but you're spending all this time. That's not actually giving you time to focus on the real deal, the legal work, or spending more time with your clients. So, which is why we're trying to move away from that. So you're spending more time doing what really matters. The rest of the time sometimes is spent on business development tasks. Some might argue that that's good because you're trying to get new clients, and that could eventually lead to positive numbers on your bottom line. But still, you want to be able to balance all that time. So how can we achieve this in Clio? We're going to be talking about some features that you may be using already. If you haven't, then I'm introducing them to you. We're looking at matter templates, matter stages, and automated workflows, the icing on the cake. They'll help you crystallize your firm's thoughts into standardized and actionable processes. This will ensure a consistent workflow experience and prevent oversight. So, what are matter templates? They allow you to streamline your matter creation process with preset information, using things like custom fields. So for example, you're a criminal lawyer, you want to always track the date of an incident, the name of the arresting police officer. If you're a family lawyer, you want to track the date of marriage, you know how many children they have, you can use custom fields for that. You know, you can use task lists to standardize processes. You want to, you know, file documents at the core. What are the 5 things that are always being done? Use task lists for that. You can combine that into a matter template so that every time a new case is being created, you have that standard. You don't need to do that over and over again. Now we're going to have a look at what a matter template is and how you can create it. And you can see to the left, we have the sections that you can preset. Okay, we have the template information, the matter details, you know, the name of the responsible attorney, the billing preferences, document folders you're going to use over and over again, and that's what a matter template is. And if you're familiar with creating matters in Clio, this page must be familiar. So you select that template, and all of these fields are preset for you, saving you, I'd say for some people, maybe 10 minutes, for some people, 1 minute, but it's going to save you some time, okay? And then we're going to move to the next building block, matter stages. These are Kanban-style boards that help you visually track your matter progress, giving you firm-wide visibility as to where things stand. Okay? You'll be able to see who's responsible for the next stage. You'll be able to gain firm-wide visibility to spot bottlenecks early. All right, this is great for litigation firms, and I also see a lot of transactional firms use this. It's great to see what's happening next. How long has this matter been in a specific stage? Okay. So we're going to have a look at what, you know, the stages are, and this Kanban style that I mentioned. And I've been using the bankruptcy case here as an example, practice area I mean. And you can see here, you can drag and drop from one stage to another, you know, just sort of showing what needs to be done next. I feel it's visual, so if you're a visual person, this is great. And everyone can see what's happening and what needs to be done next. And it also shows you how long each matter has been in each stage. So let's hear from what law firms are saying. Amanda says, loving matter stages. It's been very helpful to have an overview of where my cases sit. Let's clap for Amanda. And then the Employment Law Center, Joseph says, the ability to see our matters in separate stages of litigation, incredibly helpful. Okay? So the icing on the cake, automated workflows. This combines existing features like task lists, which I mentioned, and document templates. There's a feature in Clio that allows you to automatically generate document templates like contracts, your engagement letters, and it will combine that with the matter stages to automate routine tasks, helping you save time and manage your matters. It works through a triggering system. We'll have a look at that shortly. What you're telling the system, when I create a new matter, or when I move a matter from one stage to the other, I want you to generate a document, or I want you to assign a task list. That's how the automated workflow works. So you see, we've been building all these different features that then combine into the automated workflow. Okay? So you trigger the right documents at the right time, you know, with pre-filled data, reduce manual work, and ensure there's consistency across all your matters. We're going to have a look at how to create the automated workflow. So this is the settings page in Clio Manage, and there's an automated workflow option right there at the bottom. And then you can see here, they're already preset workflows, but you can create yours. Practice area, bankruptcy, from matter stage pre-filing prep, when I move it to filing the petition, I want the system to assign a task list and assign it to a specific person at the firm who's going to be responsible for that. We can rename our workflow and then make that active and save that. Now it's ready to be used by everyone at the firm. Next, we're going to look at one of the triggering systems. So I mentioned 2. The first one is you tell the system, when I create a new matter, generate a document template. That's what we're going to look at now. So we're going to create a new matter, select matter, and then you can see the matter template that we talked about, it's already in there. We're going to select that, and it will pre-fill some of the information for us. We can still go in and tweak it a little bit, but at least it's saving us some time. The responsible attorney name, all the matter details are in there already. We go over to custom fields. We can see bankruptcy-specific custom fields, so you can set that based on your practice area. And then we're going to save our matter. Now our matter is ready. Let's focus at the bottom of the screen. It's going to tell us now that our document template has been created, and it's an engagement letter we have. If we go into the document section of the matter, we can see we have the engagement letter there in PDF and in Word format. It's done that for me. I didn't have to go into Word, draft my document, save it, put it into Clio. All that's been done automatically. We'll move on to the next triggering system. This is where we're telling the system, when I move a matter from one stage to the other, I want you to assign a task list. Let's have a look at that. So from the matter dashboard, we can see the matter stage, pre-filing preparation, or we can go into the main matter stages, which has that Kanban view we talked about. And you can see from here, same practice area, we're going to drag and drop to another stage. And now, if we look at the screen, it's telling us that it's successfully assigned a task list. Easy peasy. We're going to go into the matter and go into the task tab. We're going to see our task list has now been assigned. I did all the hard work before, probably when you guys were still asleep this morning. So now I have everything in here, and it's good to go. Saves me time. That's the beauty of the automated workflows in Clio. Remember, you have to sort of build up on the different blocks, matter stages, task list, the custom fields, put that all together, and the automated workflow does all the magic for you. So let's wrap up. We need to control things, and we want to move from workflow chaos to the 3 C's: clarity, consistency, and control. We want to keep things simple. Start off with one practice area. If you want to break that down, so if you want to have, if it's criminal, you want to have maybe DUI cases, misdemeanor cases. If it's a family firm, you want to have divorce, you want to have custody. Think small, break things down up, and then you can scale from there. You can think about the custom fields for each practice area. You can think about the task list, and then you can combine that into a workflow. I feel that that's the much easier way to go, and it allows you sort of scale on what you've done and perfected for one practice area. So what's next? If you already explored some of these features, or you have them, you haven't explored them, maybe you don't, you can visit the Level Up Clio area. It's right here on this floor, I think on the other side. You can speak to one of our sales reps, and they can do a demo for you or book a session. So you can really see and unlock how these features work and see if it will be a great fit for your firm. There's another session here tomorrow at 1 p.m. It's called 20 Clio Features in 20 Minutes. And they're also going to explore some features in Clio that help you automate repetitive tasks and standardize your processes, including automated workflows, matter templates, and task lists. They'll all be discussed tomorrow. There's the Clio Success Center located in Exhibit Hall C. I'll be there. If you need to discuss some of these features, you can book one-on-one time with any of our experts, including me, and then we can help you figure things out if you're already using this and you have more questions. So before I wrap up, remember the 3 C's: clarity, consistency, and control. I think that's going to be a great way. If that's the only thing you take home today, and that's perfect. Looking forward to seeing how you can leverage these tools at your firm. Thank you so much for your time. It's been a pleasure, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your time here at ClioCon. Thank you.